mix it up a little bit, dog.
Channing's he's just really trying to emphasize why they call it God's country. But I think with that said, we got a special guest. He's a man that needs no introduction. And he wanted to join us.
Yes, he does.
Cheers. Finally, LeBron James.
Cheers.
Welcome back to Road Trippin'.
LeBron Alfred James.
You called him what?
That's his middle name, Alfred.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, here we go
Alfred.
with that.
Well, it's good to see you.
It's good to be seen.
I mean, I haven't seen you like in the flesh since March.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while.
What's been going on in your world? Anything happen?
No, it's been pretty quiet in my world, to be honest. It's been pretty quiet.
It's been a quiet few weeks, man. So I saw your ugly face in the bubble.
Unfortunately, I saw you. Yeah.
Unfortunately, you saw that. You were riding your bike around the square footage that we had. It was tough for me because I was only there for 40 days. How long were you guys there?
96 days, 95 nights. I would never forget it.
Oh,
He's got it down.
you have down to the hours and minutes?
96 days, 95 nights. I would never forget it, man.
What was the experience? Okay, so now you guys had the best experience because you left with a championship. But what, like, overall, like, to see it pulled off, to see all the things that went on to get it done, and then to see all of some of the positive change and the positive messages that were going on in the bubble, how was the entire experience?
So what side you want first?
Man, we got hours.
Okay, so we go with the good first.
Let's go with the good. Let's go with the good.
Okay, so Adam Silver in the NBA, Michelle Roberts and that crew, they did a hell of a job of putting that thing together. And I mean, obviously we saw what was going on early on with baseball. We see now what's going on with football, no matter the pros or college, with with COVID and the pandemic. So for them to put that together and for it to be able to last the way it lasts, kudos to both sides. From a social injustice standpoint, us as the players to be able to use the NBA platform and us be able to go out there and speak about systemic racism, police brutality, voter suppression, everything that was going on, gave us an opportunity. I mean, obviously, we know you played for the franchise and we competed against them.
Yeah.
With the Warriors, they say strength is numbers.
Yeah.
Strength in numbers. We actually saw that in the bubble. The Milwaukee Bucks, they sat out a game, they boycotted a game because of something that happened in their backyard, what we all aware of, and we all stood in solidarity with Milwaukee Bucks. And if we had decided to leave at that very moment, our numbers and being as strong as we could have been would have been depleted. So as far as us being able to stick through that and be able to create some change while we were in there and speak about things that was going on in the communities and talk about things that was just affecting not only our personal lives, but our own communities and things of that nature, unbelievable. Basketball, unbelievable. I loved every part of the basketball. Besides not having fans, Laker Nation, I and the rest of the group, guys, we miss you guys so damn much. It's like,
it was eerie.
It's eerie.
The first time, no kidding. The first time I got to watch a game, I think it was conference finals. And so I'm sitting there watching the guys run out, and they're like, ladies and gentlemen, the Los Angeles Lakers. And the guys were just joking. They were like, hey, running out. And it was like, no applause. Like,
nothing.
None.
Well, you would never guess if you were watching it from home. You would never
And that's what my mom and my wife was saying the whole time. She was like, for us, at home, it was a great experience.
Yeah.
And that's another kudos to the league. They did an unbelievable job of being able to showcase it to their fans.
Yeah.
But for the players, when you ran out there,
nothing.
And all you heard was sneakers and basketball, it was like the first AAU tournament you ever played growing up.
But even then, the AAU tournaments were
at least
like,
your mom and them was there.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
At least you got that. It was literally nothing.
Yeah.
It was straight dead silence.
Okay, so let me ask you this then, from that standpoint, because we even talked, we had a moment where there were moments you would like look up at the crowd mid-game, emotional, and act as if they were there, right? So you were huge, the one of the biggest leaders in making sure that bubble, the restart, happened.
Yeah.
So when you experience all of that for the first time, were you disappointed? Were you mad? Were you like, oh my God, this is what it's going to be about? Like, how were you able to process all that?
Well, I mean, it's almost the same feeling as when you first time you go to a haunted house. You get excited with your friends are telling you how great it is, and you get juiced up. You really don't realize how scary that shit is until you get inside of that haunted house.
Yeah.
And that's what I compare to the bubble. We were all excited to get back. We were excited to be playing basketball again. I mean, we stopped playing in March. So we were all excited. But you don't really know what you're getting yourself into until you get inside the bubble and they tell you that right there, you cannot go outside that gate. You cannot go outside that line. If you go outside that line, the gun line boss from life, if you go outside that gun line, you will be in 14-day quarantine. And that is the last thing that you want to be. You're already inside of a bubble. You're inside of a line. You can't go outside of the gates. You can't do anything beside here. And if they tell you got to be inside your room for 14 days, that's a killer. So
Channing, could you handle? Because I did
Channing,
could you handle? I did a week when I got in, and that was hard.
And I'll talk to you.
That was dark. That was dark. Like, could you handle a two week quarantine, Channing, or a week quarantine?
No way. I would say, you know what? This ain't it. This ain't it. Just get me out. I got it. This ain't it.
Hang on though. Because you all play on a team where you did win a title, Channing, so you know how hard that is, how awesome it is to be a champion. Would you have done it for that?
Yeah, but you didn't know.
Allie.
I mean,
no, we didn't know. But here's the thing, Allie. I was always going out. I was always like walking around, meeting somebing, doing something. I was never in my room. Channing,
this guy walks around every city we go to.
Is the worst.
He goes. He just walks around towns like he's not 7 foot.
Why I like Golden State is because there are so many homeless people I could just talk to when you guys got tired of me. I just walk up and strike a conversation.
Channing would have fit. But real quick, I want one thing, because when I got there, again, it was so weird getting there towards the latter phase. And so, like, you're talking to, I was just with the crew, ESPN staff, TNT staff, and it was weird because we normally don't get to hang out. Like Allie LaForce, I met her, and Rebecca Harlow. These are people we're never at the same arena at the same time, because they're normally TNT, we're ESPN. So you get a chance to, like, talk to different people and have conversations with them. But they said, like, that 48 hours when the Milwaukee Bucks decided to walk off, no one knew if there was ever going to be games, like, for the rest of this bubble, if it was going to be canceled. They said that the whole, pun intended, that the whole bubble deflated. There were people walking around like, yo, we've been spending, months here prepping for this, and all of a sudden this thing might be completely over. What was that 48 hours like for when you found out then as a leader, what the Lakers were going to do?